What's your darkest secret that you're willing to share on Reddit? Finally got around to viewing my childhood camcorder. Found a lot of fun clips goofing around as a kid, with my friends. But in the middle of the tape is my mom's sex tape. I haven't told anyone, not my wife or my friends, or my mom. I really want to digitalize the tape but I can't bring myself to bring it to a pro, and he finds my mom's sex tape in there. I've tried to convert it myself but the camera is so old and broken that any device and plug I've tested just didn't work at all. Also I don't like scrolling past the sex part. So now it sits in my desk, probably for the rest of my life. It wasn't a dog. I jerked off on an airplane ... twice. I was a borderline alcoholic when I was 14 to 16. I'd steal alcohol from my relatives and get drunk at least a few times in a week. I sometimes went to school drunk and nobody noticed anything because I had no friends there. I mostly drank alone in my room while playing video games. I've since stopped drinking, although I sometimes have a few drinks with my family, but fuck, those were some dark times. One of my nieces has inappropriate feelings towards me, but I'm concerned that informing her parents will result in my Bill doing something irrational, like kick said minor teen girl out of his home. He refuses to acknowledge or seek treatment for the emotional and psychological damage her bio mom, not my sister, did to her, which I think is the underlying cause. Once while I was deployed I left my weapon in a random bathroom for like 4 hours behind the toilet. I had food poisoning and was shitting my guts out. It was loaded, it was a joint base, and anyone could have taken it. It would have been a huge issue and I likely would have lost a rank for it. Thankfully it was sitting right where I left it when I sprinted back in a panic at like 2 a.m. No one noticed. I sneaked my GF into my office at my previous job several times to have sex on my desk. 95% sure that I'm the actual father of my best friend's daughter and not her ex-husband. I still play RuneScape. I've been in a long-distance relationship for almost a year but nobody knows, not even my family. I am pretty sure I have moderate depression. I don't want to be fixed. I have nothing to be depressed about. I live in a nice neighborhood, I have a loving husband, 3 kids. Not sure what's wrong with me. My entire personality to friends and family is mostly a front so that no one knows how I'm truly feeling. That I would never kill myself but that I also wouldn't be mad about something random happening to me. That I feel like I will be eternally alone forever and that I'm so ugly no one will ever actually like me, so it's just kick after kick in the emotional balls watching my siblings get married, great lives and family all do well. Sometimes I'm genuinely funny though, and at least I'll get to travel again this year, so I guess I got that going for me. I cheated in Monopoly a bunch of times and got away with it. I feel like I'm too awkward and no one truly likes me. No one has said anything directly of hating me, but it always feels the same way. I can't connect romantically with anyone. I am very much not asexual. I enjoy getting laid, but I can't find a spark with _anyone_. And I don't think I want to. I sometimes fantasize about having all my limbs amputated and living as a nugget. It's not completely a secret, I joke about it with my family and girlfriends sometimes, and I wouldn't actually do it, but every once in a while my arms and legs just feel painful and burdensome, and it seems like it'd be nice if they weren't there anymore. I gave the last of my old cat's friskies to my new cat before it passed away. Without its knowledge. That I once sent you /send_your_best_nudes my nudes, but they were not my best nudes. I've been ashamed of this. In college, I broke a football lineman record of a bench press max while listening to a Taylor Swift song. My phone was in my pocket and I guess the sweat made the screen moist and sensitive and it changed it as I was lifting the bar, so I had to commit to the lift. The original song I was trying to listen to was the Mortal Kombat intro lol. I'm super lonely. I'm 24, a successful software engineer, do fun things all time like play in an ice hockey league, ride my motorcycle around, lift weights almost daily. I would say I'm attractive and people seem to like me. I also come off as a very content-happy individual, but I just struggle so much to make connections with people. I've had 4 girlfriends and all 4 broke up with me. The last one about 4 months ago. My friend group has disintegrated because that's what happens after college. The few remaining ones seem to have found new friend groups that only occasionally I'm invited to participate with. Not because they don't like me, but I think they just don't think about me. The funny thing is I have so much fun just doing everything that I do and I actually love life. I just want to share it with someone. Literally anyone, boy or girl. When I'm playing hockey I sometimes look at the stands as if I'm expecting to see a friend or loved one watching me happily. I watch movies by myself and look to the side during funny scenes like I'm expecting to make eye contact with a friend while we laugh. I'm a 6 feet 1 inch lean 195 pounds male, and yet I wake up every morning holding my extra pillow like I'm holding a person. I'm really lonely. I masturbated to a married couple having sex next to my head when I was 15, and we both were guests at someone's house. I still, as a 20-year-old, think Flynn Rider from Tangled is hot. I have a crush on the frying pan from Tangled. I sabotaged my relationship because I was afraid of commitment, and now I would do anything to get her back. I watch way too much hentai. I've been suicidal for the past 4 or 5 months, and one of the last few important people in my life has completely cut me off because I told her a story that someone else contradicted, and to this day she still believes that I lied to her. The only things I think about regularly in the day are her, and killing myself. I have written a note, I have talked to a friend about this, and I'm not so very far from actually going through with it. The only thing left stopping me is my schoolwork. I think I will probably go through with it if my exams next year don't go well. I have a desire to give another man oral sex. I'm straight. My dad's last words were "fuck you" when we got into an argument. I was the first one to find him on the couch, stone cold, while I walked down the stairs to go take my final. I've always had a certain feeling after, regret or guilt. He was also extremely abusive growing up, raging alcoholic that beat up my sister and broke everything when he was drunk. I'd often have to go outside, while police came, and neighbors would rush me into their house when they'd hear him throwing everything. I have crippling social anxiety and chronic depression as a result, and I developed a monotone voice and attitude that affects how people think of me. I haven't been able to develop strong friendships with others because of this, and I have bouts of suicide. I'm a functioning 22-year-old, but I often have thoughts of killing myself, although I'd be too scared to actually go through with it. I want nothing more in life than to be a centaurus. Like being half horse below my human waist. I know they don't exist, and I know it's crazy. It's both a sexual and emotional desire for me, and I'd trade it all to make that happen. I've felt this way since I was a little girl that lived on a farm, and it's only become deeper since then. I'm not sure if this counts as dark enough, but it's still a secret nonetheless, so here goes. I haven't told any of my friends I have high-functioning autism. It's something that barely affects my day-to-day life, and it's great to just forget that I even have it in the first place. I haven't told them because I'm concerned about how they'd react. I don't mean like turning and stabbing me in the back or some bullshit, but I don't want them treating me any differently. I'm fine with the way things are with them, and I don't want to be treated like I'm special. Like I said, this disability barely affects me, like one crystal of salt in a glass of water. My ex broke up with me in April of 2018, and I have thought about her literally every single day since then. Wow, that feels good to get off of my chest. I've really only talked about it with 2 close friends, but I have spared them the details. No matter what I do, I can't shake the thought of her. I think the future that I drew up in my head while we were together was just too much for me to handle. The terms that she made things end on was such an abrupt stop that I know if we were able to reasonably talk through things, and reconcile things would be different. I have thought about going to counseling for it or something, but I have just grown to accept that I will just have to mentally carry her with me for a while. I have had other relationships since her, but no matter what, she is always somewhere in the back of my head.